Greetings, I'm Devan and welcome back to Let's Play Civilization 6. Well, I've been wanting to do another Civilization 6 game for a while, and you may notice at the bottom of this we've got a message from the Australian summer update. We've also had the winter update since the last time, so that's two updates. We just added DLC and a lot of options that I've managed to pick up. We have, if I show you, we have, there you go, we have the Australian pack, which allows us to have the Australia as a civilization. We've got the original Aztec because there's a pre-order bonus, but now that's available for everyone. We also got the Poland DLC with a new leader and Vikings content, which includes a number of new city states and new wonders. They also include scenarios such as we have the Jalwiga's Legacy, where you get to fight to defend Poland. You've got Outback Tycoon, which is an economic scenario. There's no combat units to see who can make the most money, and you've got Viking Trading Raiders, which is where you get to fight and raid and basically try and make as much money as possible. So, we haven't got any subscriptions because the Australia Summer update also allowed the Steam Workshop, but I've not explored. While I've explored it, I've not actually downloaded any or subscribed to any mods to actually use. So this is still largely updates and DLCs only. And what I'm going to do, I thought about this long and hard, but what I wanted to do, and basically I've decided I want to carry on and do a similar game as I did last time, but but instead of online speed, where it's double speed, so if it's a 50% faster, I'm going to do it at quick speed, where everything is only slightly faster. Because of this, what I intend to do is do 2 episodes of Civilization a week, pretty much my same standard, and basically take it from there. So, even though, I've completed the first game I've done, so they're still scheduled to go up, so you will probably see the early episodes in here before the end of the last game. So, yeah, that should be fun. We'll see how that goes. Standard things to think about, because it's a duel. Religion is going to be ridiculously strong. So, but unless we're going religious, basically it'll be a case of, alright, we're going to fight. I did this because I figured it would be better to try and get towards maximum game speed, because I like to be able to explore with the units and play with the units more than of each era, rather than rushing through. And basically bigger maps basically means that it does the opposite to that. So yeah, that's what I figured. As always, as settler, it's unlikely that we're going to have wars against the enemy unless we start them, which is okay, I guess.
From the first stirrings of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Mother Earth has many gifts for you, King Mbemba Nzinga. Your people know the dense woods and rainforests as their homes, and glide through them with ease. Great also are the gifts that come from travelers of distant lands. Keep an open mind, for the inspiration of the open world will let our people create art with power and majesty.
Okay, so we've got an interesting civilization for this game. This is going to be quite tough, because religious convert basically means we're playing a religious game without any means to get our own religion. See, but you gain the belief of any religion that has established itself. Now that's interesting, because that won't work for us, simply because as soon as a religion has established itself in the majority of our cities, it's game over. So basically we've got the restriction, but we're getting nothing from it apart from an apostle we can't use. But in saying that, we might be able to use an apostle to launch an inquisition. But then, of course, I'm guessing the inquisition only works for things. So we can probably use it for relics and stuff like that. That's what we're going to use. Well, basically, once we've got one, we're going to basically go on. We receive double. We get loads of bonuses for relics, artifacts and sculptures, and we get loads of great people points. So we're basically going great people, population, economic, while trying to defend ourselves and strongly balance our religion. So we'll see how that goes. Okay. Look what we got here. Well, that does look like coast. So we're going to move. I think we're going to move up there. Might not be much of a coast, but it's a coast.
Several closely situated granite peaks resembling tiger's teeth dramatically soar about a kilometre into the sky.
Doubles the train yield. That's good. So we will probably want to think about settling that way.
Through exploration, we have discovered a natural wonder of the world. There is no doubt that it could provide a great benefit to the one who settles the land surrounding it.
Okay. Discovering a natural wonder has inspired your people with the majesty of the universe. Your knowledge of astrology has advanced considerably. Okay, let's settle here. Gaining a city on the coast has given your civilization insight into navigating the waves. Your knowledge of sailing has advanced considerably. Let's see, where you going? Come on. This way for now. Choose that reduction and do our usual. We can still purchase stuff with both, it's just going to be unlikely we're going to get much to do it. Let's have a look around, not really anything. Stuff's changed, like production cost wise, but yeah, not really for us. We want a go with our usual, we want to scout first. Research, we can go with astrology. We can build a shrine even though we can't build a holy site, which doesn't matter, so we can't. Or we can go for Stonehenge, or we can go for sailing. Stonehenge is interesting because it gives us a profit that we can't have. So there's absolutely no reason to do that at all. So I guess the choice is going to be fishing. So it's sailing. Yeah, actually doing fishing yet. I mean, the updates have kind of changed it so it's easier to circumnavigate around the world. Other than that, I mean, there's a few bad things, we'll see.
Reconnaissance units like scouts are unique in that they can gain experience by exploring and discovering parts of the world. Our city continues to prosper. Already our people thrive, and our population grows.
Okay. Ooh, okay, let's see what. I'll choose any of that. Any of that. Sure, we'll speed up the. We'll speed up that. That's good. What we want to build builder.
It isn't just our lands that can be improved, but our waters as well. I suggest we search for opportunities to exploit the resources along the shores.
It is not that life ashore is distasteful to me, but life at sea is better.
It's interesting that we're playing the Congo yet we're this far north. Got a lot to do with the small size of the map.
Our explorers have spotted another friendly tribal village. I suggest we send a scout to investigate. It would seem we have finally tracked the barbarian raiders plaguing these lands to their source. We must destroy the stronghold or risk future attacks.
So, okay, we've got to bring our warrior back up there, I guess. See what we've got. We can do own 2 galleys. We can probably do that. Although it gets absolutely nothing. We look at what we've got. I mean, we've got some fish and we've got, apart from a forest we might want to bring down, there's not actually much need to do anything else. So we could do the pottery and go on for, let's open the technology. I don't normally look at the technology tree. I'd like to go with that. Yeah, we could, because we could go with pottery, which get us right in irrigation. But it's astrology will get our celestial navigation, so we can have a harbour. So it's kind of worth it, I guess, if we want to go in that sort of direction. I think, to be fair, for an extra turns, it just gives us, not really going to give us much, but it's going to give us enough, if that makes sense. Then we can focus on pottery and whatever else we're doing. We want you to come back over here.
We have discovered a city-state. Establishing diplomatic relations with them will surely be beneficial for our empire. Perhaps we should send them an envoy. There are several different types of city-states, and each may provide different benefits in return for our friendship. Our government, over time, will allow us to earn envoys to grow these relationships.
I know it might be a bit annoying, but I've decided I am going to keep the introductory messages on while we're playing at settler level, simply because Amsterdam, simply because it anyone new to this series and will actually probably enjoy learning what's going on in the game without me having to overly explain it. So, there's gold. There.
Enacting new policies in our government can be of great benefit. Our people await your decree.
At his best, man is the noblest of all animals. Separated from law and justice, he is the worst.
Okay, let's look at our policies now. Military or discipline. Unit combat strength when fighting barbarians. Well, we've seen the barbarians, so we put that in. For economic, we are playing a religious game in a way, so yeah, let's go with God King. I know it might seem a bit weird, but we can still get a pantheon. It's the higher religions that we can't get, so we'll go towards getting a pantheon to start with. Choose our civic. Because we're doing a builder, you should be able to improve 3 tiles relatively easily. So we'll do that. Going to avoid those barbarians. So
Just as our citizens have faith in your leadership, so they are beginning to have faith in a higher power. I think it is wise to cultivate this new way of thinking. Perhaps there is some benefit to be gained.
okay. We'll keep exploring. These maps are fairly big considering there's only 2 people on them. Close up here. First off, we want you to do... go for the fish piece, Bob. Yep, I've decided this guy's name is called Bob.
This military unit has proven themselves. From the experience they have gained in combat, they are eligible to be granted a promotion. How will you reward these brave souls?
Cemetery Valley to me is always a sunrise, a glitter of green and golden wonder in a vast edifice of stone and space.
Yes, it provides extra gold and extra science to adjacent tiles. Yep. What are we doing for that reduction? Purchase no gold. Oh, we can. We got. Well, we need a. We really do kind of need a slinger. So, yeah, sure. We'll build a thing that saves us doing it, because what we're going to do. Yeah, we can't afford anything more. We'll just have to look around. The expense of going bigger. We want the galley, so we can start exploring the seas.
We have recently gained advanced knowledge in city planning. Creating districts in our cities can be much more powerful and lucrative than simple improvements like farms and mines. The number of faithful has grown, and it is time for us to define our beliefs. Let us choose a pantheon to worship.
A physician without a knowledge of astrology has no right to call himself a physician.
Okay. Where are we going with you? We want you to come down here and do this farm. You can go on alert, which was one of the things in upgrade. Basically what it does is, if there's an enemy it can see, it will wake up. The scouts, I'm going to say we're going to go on a promotion, then let's go with faster movement in woods and rainforest. For our research we can do a number of things, but we'll probably go for the pottery at the moment. Because I've got no reason to tear down the trees at this point. And of course I have Pantheon. See, we've got Dance of the Aurora, Reptiles. Let's go down. I don't know if there's anyone else has chosen one yet. Well, no one has. We've got all of our thingies. Harvest, religious settlements. Okay, Dance of the Aurora, Sacred Path. Holy Site gets extra faith from Rainforest, amenities, Monument to the Gods. Good to see. Divine Spark looks pretty good. Although we don't the Holy Point profits, we get the campus and the theatre district fighters, which we get quite a bit of. Yeah, we might go with that. We might go with Divine Spark. So we get extra. So we're looking for campus and theatre, or culture and science, to get scientists and fighters, basically. Worship of your pantheon of gods has brought up further questions about spiritual forces in our world. Your progress towards mysticism has advanced considerably. So, yeah. We can't actually get a pantheon because we can't build holy sites, so that is not happening. We can't do it. But never mind. Let's go carry on this one.
Our city-state neighbors have made a request of us. If we can impress them, I think they will reward us handsomely.
Okay, let's have a look at that then. Who's this? These are Vilnius. Okay. We'll keep working on them, that's fine. Let's improve you. Farming and resources has given you an appreciation of the importance of irrigating your crops. Your knowledge of irrigation has advanced considerably. So we'll go there. Now, farms, I think that's the only option. Farm, and we'll put it by the river. Provides food. With the land around our first city developing nicely, we can fine-tune our production techniques. Your progress towards craftsmanship has advanced considerably. Okay.
Skill without imagination is craftsmanship, and gives us many useful objects, such as wickerwork picnic baskets.
Okay, let's change our policies. Let's have a look. We've got military. We're going for production. We can go that, but we're not. Economic wise. Builders. Do we want more builders? Don't really need faith, but the gold is pretty useful. Or we can go with urban planning. We've got our pantheon. Until we get a religion, there's not really much point. We could build faith and then go for apostles, I guess. It's tempting, but I think we'll stay as we are. Thanks, but no thanks. In the meantime, we are going to come back.
It is best to use caution when moving close to enemy units. Doing so will often force the unit to be in the enemy's zone of control, restricting its movement.
Now it's got a range of 1. So sure, the downside of the alert, once you see it, you can't skip the turn. Could move out and fire, but then that makes the slingers themselves extremely vulnerable. So, 45 for now. The villagers share a hidden technical secret. Okay. Let's choose a civic. We can go foreign trade, military tradition, or state workforce. Okay, let's go with foreign trade. It takes a bit of time. We're never gonna get the boost because it's only one continent. So yeah, why not?
I thought clay must feel happy in the good potter's hand.
Okay, first off, we have their slinger, and this is why we kept the slinger, to do this. Meanwhile, the warrior can do an impressive amount of damage against a horseman. Let's choose our research, and we do only want irrigation because we need to farm a resource. Thank you very much. So we're doing really well, coming up to past. Oh, we need to get a builder out to repair them, but let's go with Slinger to... because they pillage, they heal, which is annoying. Bring them back down, or we can heal. I don't get to kill you, so sure you can heal. Don't bother us. Go, Slinger. Do it, but we've got a promotion. Let's take promotion, I think. Combat strength or for garrison. Let's go with range strength versus land units. We like going with that one. Nothing to pay, nothing to produce, to buy with money. Let's see how we're doing here. We got what? This one for 55 gives us 2 and 1. Over here gives us 2 and 1. Yeah. Yeah, we'll go for this one. We want to try and get into the interior a bit anyway. So yeah, sure. Production, what we need. Wow. Don't really need to. We've got our warriors and stuff. Don't really do a builder just yet. While that's on there, don't want to build another galley. So I'm going to go with a granary, I think. Let's send you up here to explore. Don't know if you can get around there. If you can, that'd be good. If not, it don't matter. Okay, do it this way. And I'm hoping if I can kill them with my slinger, which is fairly standard, yes, there we go. Kill them with your slinger. After finally killing an enemy with a slinger, you long for a stronger ranged weapon. Your knowledge of archery has advanced considerably. So yeah, there we go. May seem a bit odd why we did it that way, but that is Might be able to get around it. Yeah, we're not going to bother attacking you. Or you, in fact.
Thousands have lived without love. Not one without water.
Okay, well, I'm going to do it here. Let's save because it's half past. We might as well save it while on this turn, so we'll do that. Let's go save. These are all my saves, so I'm going to change it to LP201. Or LP21, there we go, that do. LP21. Go, let's save that. This has been Darvain doing Let's Play Civilization 2 at Civilization 6 Series 2. And as always, if you like what you see in here, be sure to like, subscribe, share and comment. And until next time, goodbye.